Alrighty, ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome on a beautiful sunny winter's day here in Melbourne. Hope we're all doing well. Hope you've all had a wonderful weekend, and as per usual, guys, it is that time of day. So without further ado, let's get not entered. We're starting. Let's get this show on the road, guys. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening, no matter where you are around the world. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another edition of the London session, guys. What will be likely maybe the only stream for the week, to be honest. Team, as most of you are aware, I will be traveling as of Wednesday and have a fair bit to do tomorrow. We'll be on with my team though at some point for sure tomorrow. I just don't think I'll have the time to necessarily stream as per the usual time, but anyway, we'll see. Anyway, guys, hope you all had a good weekend. You guys know the drill. If you could, make sure to YouTube, hit that like button, TikTok, smash that screen for me, and let's get cracking with the charts. Let's have a look at, first of all, let's have a look at the news, see what we've got moving forward here today. Pretty quiet day. We've had a Japanese bank holiday obviously today. Not much, well, nothing actually in regards to high impact news today, but tomorrow there is. Tomorrow we've got for my Aussie dollar, expected a rate cut tomorrow, so great for my Aussie dollar just before I travel, but here's what it is. Also, we do have high impact news for the US dollar, which is more important to the most of you who will be trading, so that's something to be wary of. We do have DPI is a big one, so that is tomorrow, but nothing here today, so should be pretty smooth sailing, guys. And as per the usual, guys, if you have any charts you'd like me to look at or any questions you have, please feel free to drop those into the chat, and I'd be more than happy to get to those shortly. But without further ado, let's get started and let's have a look at the analysis, and let's begin with the gold. So the gold, starting that weekly time frame, and at this rate we're still looking at the previous weekly. We are paying attention to the current daily as well, obviously. I think it's the first day of the week, but previous weekly did close back a very strong bullish candle. Still got potential, in my opinion, for it to head back up towards that daily and obviously the weekly resistance here at 43.30. However, current daily candle has respected a high of the previous daily, has created support at its own low, and is forming quite a strong bearish candle. So perhaps based off that, we may look to see what we've got within the daily candle itself to look for any potential sell options. So normally off the back of that previous weekly, I would be more inclined to look for buy options moving forward here today. Not saying I'm not going to look for buyers, but the back of the strength of the move to the downside within the current daily candle, and the fact that we do have lower high, lower low within the current daily to the previous daily, I may also entertain some sells moving forward here today. On to the 4 hour, we're just stuck in a range again. We're back at support. We have tapped into a level of support just recently. We are technically bullish still in structure, the way I see it here on the 4 hour. We're going to mark in some resistance, so it's a good level to look for potential buys from, that's for sure. I think we are at support, but we're going to see what other confluences we may have to do so. So the 4 hour is about to close in just over 6.5 minutes, and it looks like it could be closing maybe even a doji candle or bullish doji candle, which could be a potential signal of reversal from the current daily candle's low, bouncing off this 4 hour support. Make our way down to the 15-minute time frame here, and what we can see is obviously just consolidating at the support. So for me, pretty simple one. What I'm going to do is mark in this resistance first of all, and what I want to see is seeing we have tapped into what I believe to be a pretty good level of liquidity for us to potentially bounce off, and it could even be potentially the lowest point of the daily, potentially the weekly. May not necessarily need to be though, or may not be just yet, but I'd be confident that perhaps we've pushed to a level that we to grab more liquidity from the market, fill some of those orders from the downside, and if we were to begin to pop above the consolidation, definitely want to see a closure above. I really would like to see it retest that level of consolidation. As it begins to pull away and break away from the consolidation, and I could potentially look for a buy off the back of that, buy it from the support. Would be something I'd be quite interested in holding a partial position, to be honest, just in case it happens to be the lowest point of the daily, we end up back at the resistance or potentially even above it. As far as the resistance to the upside, I mean, we've got levels after levels here. We're just going to hone in on the most recent for the time being. We'll focus on that as a bit above the Asian session highs. All right, so that is the potential buy option I'll be looking for on gold potentially. However, what I can see is we've also got this cheeky little bugger. Let's just zoom in on it. The IC candle, the interruption candle. So we made the move down, we had a pause, we made another move down. So I would definitely be cautious of that level, because to be honest guys, I would also consider a sell, a limit order sell, based off the price pulling back to grab some more liquidity from the market to the upside, in line with the daily candle probabilities being bearish. That could be a potential level for price to pull back to trigger us into a limit order sell. Stop loss would have to be above the actual high of that bullish candle. That could be also just another way of getting involved in the move. So what I might be doing just now is might be looking to buy to sell, if that makes sense. So probably take back what I said about keeping a runner, to be honest, because it would make much sense if I'm looking to buy it potentially above this resistance in order to perhaps look for a limit order sell at the low of that bullish candle. So that is my plan at the minute, guys. So what I'm going to do is no entries out of consolidation, and if it just rips, what I'm probably likely going to do just now is set the limit order sell. The limit order sells at low of that bullish candle. Otherwise we may look, if it does present in accordance to what we want to see, so it just closes above, retest, being used away, we may get a buy up to that point as well. So that is what I'm looking at on gold here today. So just put it in potential limit order sells, and I hope that makes sense, team. Let me know. We've got just under 3 minutes until to see if this candle closes above. All right, so what I'm going to do just now, I'm going to set, actually I'm not going to set it just yet, sorry. I want to wait and just see. I just want to wait and see how we approach. If we do begin to approach that bullish candle's low, just want to see how price approaches it for a potential sell. So if we begin to just rip, will I place a limit order? Look, it will depend. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you in the loop as much as possible. So that is the goal, guys. Well, let's set an alert just in case it does decide to push towards the high of the resistance and maybe close above. And let's move on to DJ. Just send into the members. Still following pretty much the weekend market update that I provided for my members group. Looking at the weekly, very strong bullish candle. Back of that, today I'm be more inclined to look for buy options. Let's just mark in that previous weekly candle's high, see what we've got above it. Daily, 9 per wick. Looks like we could be about to create that though. Daily, still strength to the upside here. Strong body candles in the previous 4 consecutive bullish candles. Do have room to the upside and to the resistance. Could potentially continue bullish if we begin to flip. Does look a little bit overextended, but the momentum appears to still be there though, with again the candles closing strong. Here on the 4 hour, we are still technically bearish once again until we really close above this swing point. But what we are doing is forming higher highs, higher lows within the structure itself. We're just going to mark in this as the most recent support, and we'll mark in previous weekly high as the resistance, and we'll make our way down to the 30-minute time frame here. All right, so onto 30-minute, and probably just do that for the time being. So on GJ, it's bullish on the 30 as well. Look, would I consider the counter trend sell? We are. Let's look to the left hand side here. Let's just see what we've got to the left. Are we at a significant level? Are we at a key level? Sometimes when in doubt, guys, there's nothing wrong with also looking at the line chart just to see how often price is tapped into a particular level and rejected. Yeah, it kind of looks to me to be a key level. So off the back of that, we've begun to reject and pop below the daily low, then perhaps there could be some opportunities to take a sell. Otherwise, I'd be waiting for pullbacks to support, back down to the 4-hour support to look for a potential buy back above. Buys above. Above the resistance, you're just running straight into further resistance, so a bit difficult in all honesty to buy it above the high. So therefore, I just preference the pullback if it were me, and perhaps look for the sells below if price was to actually pop back below the daily low. The support formed at that point, then in my opinion, there's a high probability that we could make a deeper pullback off the back of that. So sells below the daily low to support just above the daily low, and that is GJ. We're just creating the upper wick now. Last but definitely not least, let's have a look at German 40. Just a chart I sent in to the members group before. It's bullish across the board, so I won't remove these drawings. Just show what we're looking at. Sorry guys, I can hear phone alarm or something going off. Where it's coming from. All right, so we've got the weekly, very strong bullish candle. The back of that, once again, I would prefer to look for the buy options. Daily suggests we could be exhausting though, not a lot of strength in that previous daily. Also an inside bar candle at a resistance as well, so potential level where price could begin to reject. The 4-hour consolidating below resistance and respecting structure here. We have respected the last significant lower high, so hence again, not a bad level to start looking for some potential sells. Marking low of that previous 4-hour. Make our way down to 15. All right. A little bit of margin below there, not a great deal. Likely not going to be worth it because stop loss would be probably wider than the target, which on German 40 is probably not the best thing. The thing does move a lot of volume. So for me, I'd preference the buys moving forward in today. So I'll be looking for the buys on the pullback, 24.20, 24.200, or 24.130 is basically where I'll be looking for the buy options. It is at a pretty strong level of resistance, so you could look for the sells off the back of that. But what you'd want to see is a little bit of microstructure form from the resistance. Let price tap into it, start to form a series of lower highs, lower lows, and off the back of that, possibly some sell options. That is German 40, guys. Just give me one moment. I'm just gonna see where his alarm's coming from. It's pissing me off. Just one sec, guys. All right. What did... All right, team. How are we? Hope you're all doing well on this beautiful Melbourne Winter's Day. Nev, g'day to you. Bartman, Carl, good morning to you, team. Hope you're well on YouTube. TikTok, welcome to the 49 of you on stream at the minute. Thank you to the 7 new followers. Phil B, thank you for subscribing, by the way. Appreciate it. Welcome to the new sub on TikTok. Yeah, eventually you guys will get some sub-only streams once there's a few more than 3 people. But I do appreciate the support. Andrew, good morning from UK. Good afternoon, good early evening from Melbourne. Phil P, thank you once again for subscribing. More to you. What are the main confluences you use for your strategy? Confluences will pretty much price action at a predetermined level on the chart. So the price action signals will vary. It depends on how we are approaching a particular level. So the obvious one, when you're looking for like the train tracks, the engulfing sort of plays, that type of thing. Also looking for minor support and resistance. So minor resistance, when I'm looking to buy it, price to break above the minor resistance, retest it, pull away. There's many different ways we can go about it. Obviously, limit orders, we look at this as a particular interruption here. Price within the daily is forming quite a strong bearish candle. So that to me is a potential level that we could, in fact, pull back to, tap into. Something we're seeing often, something that I don't know, not seen on another stream, to be honest. Where we would look for a sell limit back at a lot of that bullish candle. And it's a pretty good record on that particular entry as well. So You'll learn a lot just by watching, my friend. It all just depends on where we're at and what I'm looking at, what sort of entry I'm looking for. Just having a look through the rest of the TikTok chat. Don't forget, TikTok guys, you need to jump across and just sub to the YouTube channel, so you get all the YouTube streams, because once I'm away, which will be as of Wednesday, there's a really good chance I won't be able to stream on TikTok for a bit, guys. Last time I lost the account when I tried to do so from overseas. So once again, please at some point jump across to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, and you will always find me on YouTube. Never have an issue on YouTube. So I read candlesticks and anticipate shorts for gold, a little manipulation to the upside before selling. Yeah, we'll potentially wait and see what happens. I've got a plan for a sell, but at the minute, not selling into the support, so we'll see. Okay, gold moving. Sorry, missed some of the chat. Good, Karan. Oh, sorry, that's not a question. Said, g'day to you. All good, hope you're well. Yummy Loma. Yeah, what do you think about XRP? Think it's gonna go up? Well, the crypto is flying at the minute. Gold BTC new all-time high. I think it'll go up. XRP, I think it will. Where to? No one knows. It is being adopted by some of the major banks. What I'm hearing, it's being adopted by I think the bank I use here in Oz as well. So XRP is definitely one to be involved in my opinion. I'm personally not, but I wish I was. Still might not be too late, but yeah, I still feel like I probably should have been a long time ago. Van de Bert, g'day to you, welcome to you, brother. Order block, here we go again, guys. Yep, welcome. Andrew, can I take a look at JPY? I think you mean JPY. Yeah, any particular pair or the yen basket? What are we looking at? Oh, what's the huge red candle? That's the daily candle printing. This is how the daily candle's printing, so I know sort of where we are within the daily candle. So obviously near the low of it, near the support, the support formed at the low. Sam, like, no, good morning to you. Yeah, Phil, I will be trying. That's all good. You can unsubscribe. I'm not fast, but I do appreciate the support. I will try to stream. Don't get me wrong. I will give it one crack, using once again the VPN, a different VPN this time, and see if it works. I just know last time it bypassed the VPN and I lost this account. So you get like 4 strikes. So I don't have any strikes on this particular account. So I'm willing to risk one of them. If I get blocked on that one attempt, I'm just stopping. And that's when you guys will need to be sure to have joined watching on the YouTube stream. It's a better screen, to be honest. You get the overlay, you get the full numbers and everything, price numbers, price chart bar on the side. Sam, what trade am I playing? Making it potential buys above this resistance and a potential limit order sell at that low of the bullish candle. My team, apologies, I need to send you guys a link. VIP is a cool place to be, ladies and gents. Good to see a few new members. I'll be on the VIP, pretty much only missing a 1 day, maybe 2 days. But for the most part, I won't miss a thing with the VIP. Yeah, even tomorrow, really don't think I'll have the time to stream. I may jump on for a little bit, but it might not be until after London Open. But I definitely will be on with my team for pre-NY as well tomorrow. And today it's education day in my team, so looking forward to that. It's always a good stream. Phil, what is the YouTube, mate? It's the same thing, just exact same profile. Exact same profile, mate. Order block XAU. So just look up A.C.T Forex and you'll find it. A.C.T.Forex. Going up potentially if we remain above the support, potentially, but don't have any confirmation just yet. Carl, yep, appreciate it, mate. So the man is pretty much all packed, ready to go. Can't wait to get away from a miserable Melbourne. Jay, just want to let you know, God loves you. Thank you, and you too. Welcome. What are we looking at, team? Anyone currently running any positions? Let me know. There we are. Thank you for the subs. It's good to know some of you are jumping across. So on YouTube, I should be back, which I can't guarantee for sure actually. I should be back Friday. Doubtful. Well, Thursday I'll be in transit for London session. There's no way I could do London session. Would consider, just depending, would consider maybe a live NY session, but doubtful. Man's got to spend time with the little champion. Yeah, so probably Friday or next Monday. Phil, so I'm assuming you've made it across from TikTok. Cheers, mate. You've got EU. Okay, so you're running EU trade. Let me have a look at that in a sec. Rastafari, all good, brother. All good and you. How's it going? Barman, a couple months. Yeah, but I'll be on stream for the most part. I will miss occasional day or two or 3 or a few days, whatever. But for the most part, I'll be on stream. Alright, so EU. Well, hoping you're in EU buys from lower down because I really like it from this point. I would have tried to find a way in. Had a bit of a resistance just now though on EU. Let's have a look at it on the high time frame here. The weekly closed back bullish, current weekly open gap to the upside. Not a great deal of volume just yet. Daily, if we begin to break the previous daily counts high, we do have counter probabilities at that point to the upside, which would suggest to me there's a high probability of this candle closing bullish as opposed to bearish. We've not yet done that, so if we respect it, begin to flip, break our own low, and begin to break the low previous, that could lead to a deeper pullback. What may add today is the fact that 4 hour is at resistance, so potential level where price could reverse. But just put in on that for the time being. We use 30 here on the currency pairs. Yeah, so for me, EU, I drag that down to that point there. Bearish on the 30. Actually, no, it's not. It's flipped back wash. All right, so EU, I'd prefer to buy it, but I'd rather buy it on the pullback because the fact of the matter is you're pretty much at some 4-hour resistance here. So I would preference the pullback, buy it. Again, using the bias is bullish, that also being the Monday. I'd rather try and line if possible with the bias. As far as sells, I would really rather it tap into over into the 4-hour resistance and then reject, and then I would trust the sells. I'd be a little bit concerned just now that we've not maybe pulled back high enough to grab liquidity to make the move down. Could be just a pause. Having said that, we actually have tapped into some resistance here, so look, I could understand if anyone is looking to sell it. I would say it's cleaner though below this point for a sell if you are to look for a sell on EU, sorry, below 116,650. Kenley, thank you for sharing the live, appreciate it. Man, it's got some silver coins packed away to give to the little camp. See if I can persuade him. He only wants gold. A little expensive. Rakim, gold analysis. Yep, so looking for potential buys above the resistance. We have tapped into a level of liquidity. My opinion, a pretty strong level here. Key level prices tapped into multiple times here to the left. We are trying to form support above it. The 4-hour actually closed back weak bearish in the end. Potential sign of reversal though, long lower wick with current candles pulled back already to tap into that point. But we are just consolidating above the support here. So if we begin to pop above it and close above the support, I do believe there's a good chance we could look for buys to take it back up. The only concern is this, what we call an IC candle, not to be mistaken with ICT. Totally different thing. This is an interruption candle where we often see, you know, off the back of the daily having bearish candle probabilities, low high, low low to the previous. Often we will see price pull back within the bearish daily candle to a previous level to grab liquidity from before it heads back down again. Often it taps into these pauses and rejects. So off the back of that, I'm also looking for potential sells. So I could look for a buy to sell, if that makes sense. Jose, silver's new gold. I believe silver will be very, very wise to hold moving forward. Try not to use the I word just in case I get a ban on TikTok. Ricky B008, here we go. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. I'll give you this opportunity. Normally I'll ban people who come on here thinking they can run the show. I'm on the alley. Waiting for it. Rastafari, cheers, man. Appreciate it. Again, I'll be on YouTube in no time, so it'll be likely to Friday. Peter J, g'day to you. Mo, g'day to you. Welcome. Asia high and low, 1 hour including the wicks. What's happened to my Asia high and low here? Why is it not showing on? It's not showing the alley. It mustn't. That's unusual. I thought it did. Let me. Yeah, it's showing here. All right. We're gonna have a look here because we do have not much going on gold. So the low is here. I mean, technically this is the high. We're still open Asian session, but I would stop worrying about Asian session at the EU open, which is here. So I'm going to use that as the high. including Sour also. Okay, so we'll use that. There we go. Asher, been trying to start trading crypto for 4 months. Now lost $100. Mate, it's just part of the initiation. Everyone goes through it. I lost more than that when I first started trading. I also started with crypto. Lost 500 to begin. Again, I've mentioned I flipped it, more than flipped it in one trade, and lost it 2 days later. Tony Gold, appreciate it, brother, appreciate it. Franco, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Don't stress it, mate. Only risk what you can afford to lose. I can see gold going down, my broker's chart, guys, so don't worry too much. Rastafari, have you? Yes, and I have done it before. Yep, 1 or 2 times. It was not, to be honest, a little bit stressful. It's just hard, to be honest, when people don't really understand what you're doing. I found when I was trading family capital, it was much easier. Much easier. Did well with that. Yeah, I've done it like probably 3 times now, to be honest. Definitely an experience. Asher, what trading you think is better for not much money? I always steer away from crypto if that's the case, to be honest. It's too highly manipulated. I know Forex is also, but I think crypto is a lot more so. To be honest, I would learn Forex and I would learn the majors because they're slower moving. There won't be a shock to the system. Gold's going to likely give you palpitations when you're new to it, heart palpitations, because it does make some quick moves out of nowhere sometimes. When you're trading leverage, and again, it can be a little bit of a shock to the system, but Ali, g'day to you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Hope all is going well with you, mate. And I hope to see you on a members call maybe later today as well. Ricky's trade only works on the days with no news, over 90% hit rate. XRP to the moon, crypto psycho. Yeah, I believe it will absolutely pump. To what level, I don't know. I have a mate who I saw over the weekend was heavily vested in it. Wow, he's going to be a very, very wealthy man. Very lucky man. Very smart. Ricky, just give it a try, even look back at it. Yeah, I don't even know what are you talking about though. Like, you haven't mentioned other than the Asian high and low. And don't enter if it's buy. But RSI is overbought. Hold on. Tap into music. RSI overbought. Or sell and it's undersold. And essentially look for the 1 hour breakout. So you're saying look for a break of the high of the day? In this case, because you are trading near the high. So you're saying wait for the closure above the breakout. And what time frame? The hourly. You're talking about the 1 hour, so you're saying to wait for a 1 hour candle to close above the high or low. Alright, so if the 1 hour closes above, then you're saying it's going to trend bullish for the day. Alright, well, pay attention, take note. Interesting. I'll see. I'm not gonna call you a fool or anything. You might be onto something. So we'll see. Rastafari, I can imagine, yeah, as a non-trader seeing a loss, I don't understand it. It's stressful. Yeah. Yeah, it's very different to for instance, like interest, and it's a steady thing. So But I mean, it was all good experiences. All good experiences. Just found it a lot less stressful when it came to my family. I didn't care about what was going on. Just results, and that was about it, to be honest. And I did really well on that. Yeah, one particular account did really well. Christian GEU, good morning to you. So EU we had a look at before. As you mentioned, there could be opportunities to counter trend sell it. Reason being, it's at a 4-hour resistance just now, potentially rejecting. It's approaching support form on the move up. So if it was to continue bullish, doesn't have much of a need to pull back and break below the support. If it did, closure below, there's a good chance if it retests, begins to pull away from it, that it could in fact be rejecting, coming back down to support. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. I would also be looking for the buys, potential limit order buys, probably at the height of that bullish candle. Otherwise, you could just wait for strong confirmation. That would be the better play. Wait for price to come back down, form some support above this previous level, and then look for your opportunity to take it back up. So just trade the range. And the fact of the matter is, should really mark this in, because we are also at a 4-hour resistance. Above it, you're running straight to another level of 4-hour resistance. So gray zones are my 4-hour and high time frame levels, blue zones at a 30 and then 50. So the currency pairs, I look more at the 30 for entries. Gold, it's more the 15 and 5 minute. Continuing down here on gold. All right, have we just discovered a new potential limit order sell point, a new IC candle? Just there. A little bit put off by the fact that we're still though at the support, so it could be a potential zone and price does really bounce off eventually. And off the back of that previous weekly, still in favor of that at the minute. Seeing it was a strong bullish candle, but I would be interested just to see how price reacts to that level nonetheless. Loyalty family for A.C.T. high time from candle shows candlesticks on different time frames instead of the one you have. Yeah, I don't want a million candles though, because then it clogs up the chart. I think I know what you mean. Shows you like the 4-hour as well, and yeah, just clogs up the chart too much. But thank you anyway. Liquidity FX, aka the new Bobby Axel rod. I'm short gold from 85. Nice one. Astvari, would you take buys from that level of closed bullish and gold from the 4-hour zone? I would consider it. However, I still preference above the resistance, because what we're doing in the current daily is forming a, obviously you don't even need to click over to it, but we are forming a strong bearish candle. So all these pullbacks so far within the daily being met by resistance. Wow, volume picking up just now for whatever reason. So yeah, off the back of that, I would need to see a little bit more than just one bullish candle. So perhaps a bit of structure from this level, and then maybe, but again, tied in with something like a strong hourly candle closure. But what I'm really liking is I would love this shit to bed, to be honest. And then I would trust that level as a limit order sell. If we continue to remain above this support, I would not trust that level for a potential limit order sell, because that would suggest to me perhaps if we begin to, first of all, if we get tagged into that particular entry, it's a good chance price is going to tap into that resistance. And if we have the momentum, the volume from the higher time frame level of support, it's a good chance it's going to burst through it and head back up. So if we make a clean move down, which we are doing right now, wow, nothing like it's hot, then I'm going to trust it more, because we've got more. First of all, got a long way to pull back up. Likely at some point going to be a bit of rejection prior to it if it is to break above, and that would be the level I'd be targeting. So let's just see, we're closing strong bearish. What is the lowest point of that particular candle on my broker? 33.76.40.
It could be the Asian sweep too, Justin.
Yeah, potentially the low. But that being said, I wouldn't mind that particular entry because it could be, once again, grabbing liquidity from the downside, sweeping the low, pulling back up to grab some more liquidity yet again to make a deeper push to the downside.
Yeah, true, very true.
So
but she's pushing hard at the moment, that's for sure.
Correct. Yeah, to be honest, I'm liking that. I'm going to place a sell limit with my stop loss back above. I think that's a pretty solid entry for the time being. So the entry point is 40, 76.40 on my chart on IC markets here. I have to stop safely above the resistance, about a 40 pip stop roughly. And that is what I'm going to set that. So we'll see. Still got a way to go, but yep. Stanley, gold, not gold. Ricky, it's only 2 to 3 trades a week. No, it's not fixed. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read the above message. I promise you it works so good. I've been doing it 7 months, but lately it's been a lot of news. Only 2 or 3 trades a week. Okay. Appreciate you giving me time, mate. Can you send PDF file on trade to understand it a bit more? I can send you. You can DM me if you like. It's all good. I'm always willing to hear from others. There's so many ways you can skin a cat in Forex, isn't there? Sean, I'm new here. What is your main strategy? Price action at predetermined level is usually we'll try and stick in line with the bias. So prefer to trade in line with the trend. Wow, gold a minute. But we have many different ways of getting involved. So it's not I.C.T, it's not SMC, it's none of that stuff. It's just price action at particular levels that I want to get involved in a trade. So right now I'm looking for potential limit order sell based off what we call the IC entry, not to be mistaken with the I.C.T entries. That's this particular account or low just there. Daily is trending bearish. We have low high, low low to the previous. I like the momentum at the minute. Wow, really strong. So to me, I'd rather get involved on a pullback at a better rate, premium rate. So upon a pullback with a shorter stop loss, as opposed to chasing it at the minute, because we are at a very strong level of support here. So price, in my opinion, could bounce at any point. We have just broken a 4-hour support, but there isn't a great deal of margin to the next level. When you're looking at minus time frames, there is absolutely no margin at all. It is quite choppy. So off the back of that, I'd rather get involved on a pullback sell. Let's just remove that. And that's what I'm currently looking at. So watch and learn. You'll pick up a lot by tuning in. T money gain, explain liquidity. Well, everyone probably has a different definition for it, but for me, liquidity is often when you see this sort of thing, consolidation, that is usually liquidity being built into the market. So you've got buyers and sellers placing orders fighting against each other at this point here, which builds up liquidity in the market, which is often followed by a move. So we need liquidity in order for the charts to move. So in this case, obviously, the sellers won the arm wrestle and pushed price down. We have also just once again been consolidating. So consolidation to me represents liquidity. Also just been consolidating recently, and it looks like this stage once again the sellers are winning out. But as you often see, you always see, impulse is always followed by consolidation or a bit of a pullback. So I'm looking to get involved upon the pullback here for some potential sells. Liquidity also, to me, price action, the way I see it, it could be grabbing liquidity just now from a 4-hour zone, from the higher time frame support, in order to push back up. So it's pulling back to a key level which was previous resistance to the left, perhaps to grab some orders that were left behind in order to push price back up as well. So there's different ways to go about it. I mean, liquidity, there's liquidity candles as well. Those are often resembled by candles that leave long upper wicks at a previous level of resistance or support, only to close back within it. We've also got liquidity candles, which let me see if I can find an example. See if we can find an example of a good one. Yeah, just this one here, where price will obviously at the open will have a high low. Once it breaks above the high, it's got a higher high, and in the end it closed back bearish and closed below the low of that previous candle. So that suggests to me that perhaps it's just grab liquidity. It's a bit of a liquidity grab once against that resistance. So if it breaks the high, no need for it to break the low. Otherwise, good chance it will continue bullish and end up closing bullish. Candle, if it breaks low, likely it's just grab liquidity yet again to make the move down. So that's, again, there's different ways that you could see it in regards to the definition of liquidity. That's just how I see it. SMC? No, not SMC. A.C.T. Price action. YouTube, if you could, please hit that like button. There's more than 50 of you currently on stream. That'd be much appreciated. TikTok, if you're not yet following, make sure to do so. Also, guys, we can see the daily, once again, it's got a lower high, lower low to the previous daily. Almost strong bearish. So within this candle, we're not just going to dump the whole time. There's going to be pullbacks. So, I mean, high probability. So I'd rather get involved upon a pullback as opposed to upon continuation. And again, TikTok, don't forget, make sure to jump across to the YouTube stream. Make sure to join, or not to, just, I mean, subscribe, just as you normally would. Click the little bell. You might not see me that much moving forward, to be honest, on TikTok. Not for the time being. As much as I want to, I don't want to risk this account. So when I'm overseas, I will try it once. If I get blocked on that particular attempt, I get shut down on that attempt, I won't try it again. Sunfry's low get swept. Yeah, it got swept already. Yeah, I've already broken the low of the previous day. Ricky, what else are you streaming? YouTube at the minute. YouTube, mate. So you get the full screen as well on YouTube. So you get obviously the scale to the left with the actual numbers. But yeah, it's just a better picture. You get the overlay, everything. It just looks a lot more professional on YouTube. Heavy Metal Bulldogs, subscribers on YouTube, it's way better there. Yeah, it does look a lot better. Appreciate it. All good, Ricky. Not sure how to pronounce your name, mate. I'll just call you Saito. The last 4 letters, it's much easier. Sell or buy. Got a sell limit order in at the minute, so I'm preferring a sell. I mean, it's very obvious to know where I've got the entry set without even mentioning a number. Just follow, obviously, the horizontal as the level of low of that particular candle. Little Strawley, yes, this is gold, spot gold. Begendra, good at 2. Can it go up by 15-minute trend line support? It could. Most definitely it could. It could do anything. I don't trade trend lines. For the most part, they actually line up quite well with my support and resistance on most occasions. But yeah, could do that. So I suggest to trade your plan. I mean, right now we're forming another potential IC candle here in a 5-minute, but yeah, that is, to me, we're a bit oversold at the minute to try to look for a sell below this candle's low. So I'm just waiting for, at the minute, still a pullback. I don't mind what I'm seeing here, because to me it's showing that there is a lot of momentum to the downside. Still believe there's going to be a good chance at some point we're pulling back, try to dumping again. We may not though, may just dump, consolidate and dump. If that's the case, it is what it is, but I'm just not prepared to sell it into this level. On that note, guys, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a minute or two, and I'll be back to answer all your questions. Keep an eye on gold.
Every single day I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a gain. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Alrighty, so back. We'll surely sell limit, so it's based on what we call the IC entry, IC candle. Current daily lower high, lower low to the previous, so just the level of price could potentially pull back to within this current daily candle. I believe that is a good level, so that's where I've got a potential, well, not a potential, that's where I've got a limit order set for the time being. Order block potential for buying, not at this rate. The momentum is very strong to the downside. Once again, daily counter probabilities are also to the downside at the minute. So this rate, I would preference the sells. However, if we did begin to form a bit of structure from this support and then remain above it, there's still the better entry point for me is above the resistance. But if we did form some structure, maybe on the mine time frame here, the 15, close the strong hourly candle back bullish, then off the back of that, possibly, but highly unlikely. Import media, just wait guys, too risky moments go either way. Yep. It's your own. I'm chilling. Again, not taking any order just now. Not taking an entry just now. Order block again, not in a minute. Magendra, all good, my friend. All right, 15 minutes until session open, guys. So we're still got the limit order set. Yeah, GJ at resistance. All right, so bearish engulfing would be a catalyst here on a 30. Don't have minus support or anything on a 15 to be breaking. That doesn't happen until here. That would be a catalyst then, the bearish engulfing. EA, I'll look at that. One I may consider picking up moving forward. Let's not worry about it for the time being, actually. It couldn't be bothered. Yeah, it looks very similar. GU, let's have a look at GU. All right, so still below the Asian height at this point. We'll actually sweat my indicator, the high, and it's popping back below. That could lead to a deep sell off the back of that. EU, again, still above support if it closes below it, and that could trigger a deeper pullback as well towards the Asian session lows. So nothing much going on at the minute. Gold still moving downwards. Don't have an entry unless we do pull back. YouTube, 60 of you on stream, please smash that like button. Help me out. Only 25 likes, we need a lot more. Martin, hello to you. Going on TikTok, how are we? You guys are awfully quiet today than usual. Sean can ask what the indicator is, the yellow lines. Cheers. Yeah, sure. The indicator here is the Asian session high and low, and just what's going on within it. So it's the Asian range. Again, the parameters I've set are for Japanese open, currency open, just 10 a.m. my time, and the end time is I've got it set for EU open. So it's technically still open, for another hour, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 hours. Well, technically another 2 hours, still open for two hours and a bit. But I'm more concerned by leading into EU Open, what the high and low is. So it's actually just called Asian range, Nico 948. That's if you want to use it, just adjust the parameters according to your liking. So we've broken the Asian session lows. What we often find is price will either pull back, tap into it and reject it, or pull back into within it, maybe head up. Sometimes just pull back to grab more liquidity, head back down again. So it's a lot of if, buts, maybes. But again, I'm just trading my signals within it. I do have a potential sell limit signal at this particular level here, which on my broker's chart is 33.7640. Gibson, welcome from Kenya. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Naeem just joined. Outlook for today. Outlook is at the minute looking for sells. So I'm looking for a limit order sell when I pull back here on gold. Tim, good morning to you, by the way. Tim GT Auto. Just a quick reminder to my members who are on the actual Zoom call and others who might be watching on TikTok or YouTube. Don't forget, education session day. I will be on for it. So any questions, even if you can't be on the call, make sure to drop it into the VIP chat. Something you'd like me to cover, and I'm happily do so. Lewis Watson, good day. Feels like gold is going to drop 33.41 region. 41. That 41. 51 is a pretty strong level. Yeah, potentially. I mean, it's at a pretty strong level though. I'm just trading line, well, trying, not in a trade, but my limit order is in line with the strength of the daily. Also good to see some new names and faces in the VIP. Looking forward to catching up with you guys on the live calls as well.
Hey, good morning, Justin.
How are you, mate? How's it going?
Hey. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. And you?
Good to hear. Yeah, all good. All good, buddy. Just pretty much ready to go. Can't wait.
Excited, huh?
Oh, of course. Can't wait.
Normal. So.
Yep. That's it. So I always trade well when I'm over there too, probably because I'm more relaxed.
Yeah, understood. So it's clear. So you're enjoying to travel to your son and so on. So
correct.
that's fine.
That's it, mate. How's the weekend and all? How's the back and everything?
Weekend, yeah, a little bit better. I was this morning at Turkey and from message.
Yep.
And it was good. So I have right now Thursday.
Feeling a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice one. Nice one, mate. What are we looking at today? GU or EU?
Yeah, GU. I think waiting for some on the M30. I'm waiting maybe to create some support.
Did you send a charting by any chance or?
No.
No.
I was
Okay.
recently coming home right now.
No, all
I
good.
was not able to look.
Not a problem.
And as I saw right now, so that the price went up and there is not really an H4 resistance there. So there I would wait for some
Pullback.
some support to create and maybe get some buys on.
Yep. Yeah, obviously the deeper the pullback the better.
Correct.
But yeah, it does look very bullish. I would, especially now you got daily high and low. Sorry, broken a high, low, high compared to previous weekly. Also daily. But perhaps below the daily, you're going to start to have more reason to sell it, but still not into a clean area. Yeah, I'd do the same. Preference the pullback buys at this rate.
And then at the end we are also on the weekly candle, which is then bullish. So
Yep.
as a Monday,
Exactly.
I would also prefer to look for going direction of the weekly candle.
Yep.
And yeah,
It's a strong, really strong candle as well. So closing up near its high. So for me, it's very hard to trade against that. A little bit different at gold. Gold left a decent upward wick as well. I mean, it's still, yeah, actually it did close quite strong, but GU's got high, low, high, high daily. Gold's got lower, low, lower, high. A little bit of a difference there.
yeah, it's different.
We'll wait and see, mate.
So you're looking for this IC entry.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm gonna trust it for a small entry, and yeah, we'll see. Look, if it begins to melt, I'm probably just gonna remove it and wait. If the London Open breaks a bit of an upward and breaks low, I'm not gonna sell it because you're into a shit level, to be honest.
Okay.
There's not, for me, there's no margin.
I wanted to ask if you are looking for sales below this
No.
support area, or but okay.
I mean, 4 hour looks really good. I know it's a bearish wick, but even then, having said that, you've tapped into the support in 15. I just feel like it's a little bit too late to the party if I'm trying to sell it below low without a proper pullback.
Yeah, but I think getting into sales above was also a little bit difficult, or?
Yeah, up here, yeah. Unless you just trust it on the break of that. But how do you know this is gonna be the one that makes the move? You could have just tapped into here and break back up.
Correct. And on the left side, it's not very clear at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick with the limit order sell and get in at a better price if it allows me to. But we'll soon see.
Be patient.
Correct. 100%. That's what we're gonna do. Lewis, do you sometimes trade? Of course I do. Be times where we take trades for sure. There are times where nothing presents. So I just, again, I'm not going to be influenced or forced into taking a trade because of the sake of a stream. This stream, I just show you how I go about things. If I see fit to take a trade while I'm on stream, 100% I trade it, I'll call it. I've got a limit order set right now on gold. But doesn't mean I'm always in a trade. But well, I'm not sure how to pronounce the rest of the name. What is that pen? This is spot gold. Name, where you're from, if you don't mind me asking. Melbourne, Australia, mate. Yusuf, hi bro, what are you doing in gold? If you don't mind me asking, where are you putting, let's say, well, the end target would be the daily low. So limit order sell based off what we call the IC play, not ICT, IC. Totally different. That's what I'm looking at. Chris, morning to you, brother. Hope you're well. Welcome. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, hope you enjoy your little getaway as well, my friend. So, Lewis, sort of new here. Just when they wake up, you seem to come up. Oh, okay. No, all good, mate. All good. Daddy and Ixana. Gold heading to 54 for a nice little 30 pip bounce. 54. Possibly. I mean, we'll see. Sean Ward, GU doesn't have higher high and higher low on the daily, does it? No, it does. Yeah, it definitely does. All right, so we got just over 2 minutes until session open here. We're patiently waiting to see if price does in fact pull back for a potential limit order sell here on gold. Otherwise, we're just chilling. Order has been set, guys, so not a bad level in the 5 minute as well, to be honest. It's 30. Yeah, back in consolidation. I mean, this is something we see often. Steve made mention of it in the members group on DE40. Often does something very similar, but on the 5 minute where it pulls back to a little IC candle on pulling back to consolidation before it sells off again or pumps again. So a similar sort of thing on gold, but we're just using a 15-minute time frame. 1 minute until session open, guys. So just chilling for the time being, waiting patiently for our entry if it does present. Lutfo, I don't look for longs in gold right now because of no structure. Yeah, to me it's very bearish in the daily current daily candle. This is the daily candle printing. So the structure is bearish as well. I just don't see any confirmation to buy it just yet. Just because it's, you know, strong bearish doesn't mean it's going to make a big pullback. If it does make a pullback, I'd rather just look for the sell. Trading in line with the strength of the daily, which once again has lower high, lower low to that previous daily candle. Had we not had lower high, lower low, I'd be more inclined to look for a slightly riskier buy option from this level. But that's, yeah, that's my personal opinion of it for the time being. Lewis, stop loss is above this resistance. That's 42 pip stop, roughly. Yeah, so above 33.80. Broker, type in the chat. Not affiliated. I can't even be an IB broker here now. So we've got session open. Yeah, it's under ASIC regulations. We can't. So there's no benefit for me. So up to you if you use them or not. Scrith, just bought your first funded. Okay. Nice one. Best of luck with it. Trade safe. Alright, so session open, guys. We're still nothing. We're just waiting for that pullback. Chris, yeah, something we're implementing into the system more. Just an adjustment on the actual IC entry, interruption candle entry. So that's the standard original one, that single candle there. This is another sort of play we've been looking at. This is like the cluster IC. We've started to refer to it as. Mr. Tommy Jordan came up with that name. I like it. It's stuck. Yeah, and it will be eventually it's going to be updated into the course. Will, do you know if gold will go back up later? No one knows, mate. At the moment, shitting the bed, but I'm not prepared to sell upon continuation. I don't have any reason to do so. We're at support. Not trusting after big push. What's that, mate?
The 1 hour IC looks good too.
Yes, actually does look good. Yep. You probably could have 2 orders set off that, one here and one at the 15-minute level. I just don't feel right chasing this, to be honest. I think I did the same thing last Monday, but to the upside, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just look, it's gonna do its thing, isn't it?
Yeah, at the moment. Yeah, I didn't see a solid entry from up here, so it's definitely not gonna sell into the support, and now it's continuing through it. So not much I can do. So for me, I'm still looking for the limit order.
I tried a early entry sell, like just prior to, like during Asian session, but got stopped out when I was trying to trail it because I didn't think it was going to be a very strong one.
Oh, okay. It was break even, was it?
Yeah, it was just a couple of pips, I think.
Oh, okay.
Only because it broke the support. I thought, okay, it's broken the support, coming back to that zone. I took it short, and I think it went maybe 10 pips. I moved my stop to just over break even and got pipped.
Yeah.
But,
oh well, at least you know, so you realized it was at a potential level could bounce. So
yeah, exactly. I was afraid of it, you know, coming down below the Asian high, below the Asian low, and just doing its thing.
Yep.
That was the plan, and it did that, but obviously it's just going as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It does happen, so have to chill at the minute.
Yeah.
Let the market settle.
All packed up, mate?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Bags quite heavy. Both mine and the missus.
The most important thing is, have you found all the visas?
Got the passports. Yeah.
The passports, yeah.
Registered online today, which you have to now. The new system that got over there, and that was successful. I was a little bit concerned. A lot of time, technology and me don't go hand in hand, but it worked first go, so I was happy with that.
Nice.
And yeah, just got to do a few little things, and that's about it. Got the Uber ordered as well, and ready. Hanging, mate, hanging. Yusuf, thank you for the sticker, by the way. Lewis, do you target low? Is that just 1 to 3? That's just where price would generally come back to if it does pull back. Tap into this sort of entry model. That would be the overall target. So that's where I would like to keep a little bit of a runner. The good news is it's in my opinion, it's a pretty clean break through the support in a minute. So I would be happy to target the low, but we've got to get in to begin. In the moment, it's not pulling back. I'm just not prepared to sell it upon continuation. Didn't have any reason to sell it within consolidation here. It's just made the move. Don't have any reason to sell into the higher time frame support here. So is what it is. Let's quickly look at GJ. We're rejecting. Okay, that's a liquidity candle. That gentleman who asked a little bit earlier to define liquidity, this is a liquidity candle live for me. It's broken a high, would have had a high low, high high. No need for it if it was to continue bullish to break the low. And if it does, high probability off the back of that it's going to close back bearish, and it looks like it could potentially do so in the next 8 minutes. So it's also a level of liquidity. 740. Wow, doing what it always does at session open. Broken the low of the Asian session, just broken out of consolidation in 1 5-minute candle here. That's crazy. Ripped from almost high of the day to create a new low. Jesus. All right, gold still continuing down. Chris, sounds good. Definitely run through the new course videos went up. Yep, all good, mate. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Oh, went all good, no problem. Kaminsky is a good time to buy it. Not personally for me, no confirmation, because people were saying, can we buy it now? Look what it did, still continuing to shit the bed. So without the confirmation, I would not touch it to the upside, no chance. Jenny wants stop loss TP for your limit order. So TP will, the end target will be the low of the day, whatever that is. Stop loss is above this swing. Sean, cheers. When I look at GU on the daily, last leg was a break off structure to the downside. This leg started in July. Now we are retracing up to potentially go down again. Let's look at that on the daily. Yeah, I agree. Bearish. It is bearish, and potentially, yes, it could be pulling back just to grab that upside liquidity in order to make again another drop to the downside. No sign of it doing it just yet though. Could though, to be honest. The previous candle was a weak closure, but if we were to, I would want to see at least a strong daily closure to the downside here if that was to be the case, and price to begin to break below that potential reversal candle. So there's still a fair way of doing that, and I mean there's every chance this could close bullish again. But we've had how many consecutive days bullish here? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Could this be the 7th? Now, using data, which our good friend at A.C.T, Mr. Tommy Jordan, I'm sure would have the data on that, and I'm sure he'd have the chances of it creating a 7th bullish daily candle in a row. And I'm guessing it'll be a pretty low probability, to be honest, but doesn't mean it can't do it. So yeah, so I think there is a good chance it could eventually sell off. Jiggy EU sells valid. Let me look at it. Dimension below support. But yep, let's close below it. That is the move. Dimension it, guys. Closure below, upper wick. There's your entry, and you'd be safely in profit. So anyone trading EU, looks like you may have had a good opportunity to take a sell. Mentioned that a while ago, guys, so you could be taking advantage of some of these calls. TikTok, just a quick update for you guys. Once again, while there's more on view on stream, you need to at some point jump across to, I'm sorry to keep pestering, I'm sorry, it is annoying, I understand, because I keep repeating myself, but important you at some point jump across to the YouTube stream. Reason being is I will be traveling as of Wednesday. I likely won't be on stream tomorrow either way, but I definitely will be on a stream with my team tomorrow at some point for sure. But reason being why I want you to jump across to YouTube is because last time I did try to stream from my second home, Thailand. Even with VPN, I lost this particular account I'm on now for 6 months. So I will give it one crack using a VPN, and if I get locked on that first attempt, because you only get like 3 strikes or something, 3 or 4 strikes, if I get 1 strike, I'm not going to try again. So at some point, make sure to jump across to the YouTube stream, sub to the YouTube stream. I have no issues streaming on YouTube from anywhere in the world, so I will be on live on YouTube. I'll be back probably Friday, if not it'll be next Monday, and I'll be back to pretty much normal. All shitting the bed. Wow. I structure in a 5-minute, but again, strong level to be selling it into. I suppose the one good thing you may have here, I'm gonna form that structure. We're gonna have a swing point above the current level. So if we start to perhaps approach strong bullish, bearish, bullish above the resistance, closing a 1 hour candle strong bullish, that could provide us a potential entry signal to the upside. But prior to that, I would not. It'd be very risky trying to buy it because it could still continue bearish. Look at the strength of this daily candle at the minute. Minsky in buy position, what should I do? You should, prior to any entry, you should have a plan as to how you're going to go about managing it. You need a stop loss. I hope you got a stop loss. I mean, if I were you, I would not hold on in hope. At some point, it's going to make a pullback, but when? Who knows? Because again, people have thought it may pull back at this point here, but it still continues to break through that this every level, or this current level. So you should have a plan, mate. My opinion, still very bearish, but you need to have a plan prior to taking your trades to where you're going to cut it, what you're looking out for, what sort of signals within price action you're looking out for, which may suggest it might be time to cut it short or take some partials in profit, or to cut some of the trade, some of your position in a drawdown. Yusuf, so stop loss is 33.80.60. It's the exact stop I've got set. And TP would just be, I'd like to leave a run into the daily low. Oh, when? Yes, correct. But they're not connected. I don't have them connected because I like to use this. I can't use it on TradingView. On a live. Like Involve starts selling 34.04, TP 33.35. Nice one.
I'd say if it breaks all these lows and clears out the weekly, clears out the monthly or the weekly, it'd be a nice nice position to go long as a big swing trade, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a tough level though. It's a shitty level to try and predict at the minute, to be honest. Just
oh yeah, I
right
mean,
back
I was
in
looking at
consolidation.
the previous weekly low on the 4 hour daily. You
Yeah.
break that, you've got real clean entry to the right down to the low of the range. If you
So
look at the
is it
4 hour,
just here?
yeah, but if you look at the 4 hour, that big move from the news like the other week,
Yep, all this.
yeah, gonna once you clear 3345, it's just clean movement all the way down to the bottom of the range.
What a cracky entry that would have been. We already made mention of that the other week. Yeah, it is. It is quite clean. Yeah, I mean, once again, we'll
No,
wait.
but just in here, see how we had that news the other week, that big green candle.
This one.
That's it. Just to your right. That's it.
Yep.
That one from the news last week or the week? Yeah, last week.
Last week. No, it was the week before.
If we clear.
No, it was last. Yeah, sorry.
Clear that,
Week before it was.
Yeah, if we clear the previous weekly low, it's just pure green all the way to the bottom of that range.
Yep.
Bloody hell, gold is just unstoppable sometimes. Once it gets going,
Yeah, it's
either direction, it just will take off. But
well,
it makes sense. It makes sense that it wants to clear out all this liquidity though before it wants to attack the all-time highs again.
Yep.
Just from a fundamental perspective.
a lot of people will be taking profits as well.
Yeah, exactly.
On positions,
they would be
so
taking profits, but to go higher, it needs to go lower. And
Yep.
There would be a hell of a lot of liquidity
Correct.
for people that were holding on to trades looking for the all-time highs.
Yep. Yeah, so often what you will see is obviously the consolidation higher time frame, and if it is to continue bullish, it first grab that liquidity from the downside, and then it pops straight up. Pops up very, very fast, very sharp.
Yeah. I mean, look, to be honest, at the moment we just need to see what happens, because at the moment we're making lower lows, lower highs. Until we get a higher high, you really can't go back into going long again, that's for sure.
Nah, I just don't see it at the current level.
Nah, neither do I.
Still at this rate, prefer it back within the Asian session range.
Yeah.
Of the resistance there.
But look, I think your original plan, where with that IC candle,
Yep.
is not bad thinking, because you think about
Pretty low, pretty good risk to
liquidity.
reward as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah,
a
I
pretty
agree.
small stop.
But it's also like it's taken out the lows of the Asia lows.
Yep.
Come back up into range. Still not making a higher high. And
Correct.
if it turns around at that zone, we're going back to the lows again and probably break the previous weekly.
Are you considering the 1 hour play, or
Yeah, definitely the 1 hour.
so you're gonna set your? Are you gonna scale in? You're gonna perhaps settle in more.
I've got a small order in there at the moment on that 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, with
Okay.
the stop at the top of that 1 hour candle.
Yep.
And we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I mean,
But until we see on at least the 1 hour, like on the 1 hour chart, until we start seeing higher highs again, you can only presume that it's going to go lower at this stage.
I agree, because you got also lower lows, lower highs on the daily
Yeah.
as well. So it's very strong push to downside, because normally on the Monday, the back of that candle, I'd prefer to buy it. But looking at this candle, we've almost engulfed the open of it already. We actually have. We're pulling back just a little bit in a minute.
Yeah, look, as soon as
So-
it went past that level of support, which was about 50% of that,
Yeah, previous weekly.
I thought, it just didn't look good.
Yeah.
And that's why I took a chance and tried to go for this short, but
Yeah, it just maybe
you
it's
can't
had
stop,
too early.
Sometimes you get stopped out. So.
Yeah, correct. It's almost one, so like it's not the perfect entry in regards to price action,
No.
but you're using logic and it makes sense. So sometimes it's worth taking that risk off the back of that.
Yeah. And looking at how it barcoded last week as well on the 4 hour.
Oh, that was, yeah.
You'd think that there's going to be a heap of orders,
Yeah.
stock orders just in that below that zone, right?
Yeah.
Where people have just left on positions because they're waiting to see if it'll break the all-time highs. And then you've got there's going to be orders above there. There's orders below here.
Yeah, there's it. Orders upon the pullback, orders upon break of the high.
Yeah, they're all over the place. So you might end up with this like widening range of going. We might just break all these fours down here, and then we might just pop back up, break all the tops, and then break back down again. So
Right back into it.
yeah, like it could just swing left, right, and center here at the moment.
That's consolidation. It's like a magnet.
Yep.
Because it's grabbing liquidity from the market. So eventually you get a shake and it's going to make the move. But again, like we mentioned before, could first of all make a move down. And I would not be surprised if any move down is bought up very, very quickly. Extremely quickly. And we get one of those V-shaped sort of reactions. We're just straight down, and next day it's straight back up, and then we're back.
Yeah, but I can see it
back in
going
the highs.
straight back down again too, because like it's starting to look like one of those widened mouth patterns.
Yeah, winding wedge or whatever they call it.
Bottoms, take out the tops, you take out the bottoms.
Yeah.
And that's just building up liquidity to go higher. If
Well, I suppose the good thing is within it, we start to get some of these present.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, definitely.
So you get little pauses and provide some potential entry points as well.
Yeah, and that's why I don't mind this 1 hour play at the moment, because it just makes sense. Like you play back up into that where people would have went short.
Yep.
You turn around because you're not going to make a higher high, and you target the bottom where there might be liquidity again, and then we'll see what happens once we get down to there. Because as I said, like it could just pop all the way back up, because there's definitely going to be orders above the previous weekly high.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Waiting.
But I can still see there's going to be plenty of orders below the previous weekly low too. That's why it's just so tricky right now, because especially gold, because it's just like these are large ranges, so there's plenty of options here to take plays. We're just going to wait for the setups to happen.
That's correct. I'd rather get in upon the pullback just now.
Oh, definitely, because that's still going with the flow at the moment.
Correct.
As long as it doesn't go above 33.80, you're laughing, and that's where you should have your stops anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's one of those ones I'll probably even just leave it set, even if it eventuate while I'm making dinner or whatever.
Yeah, look, as long as I think right now, I think you got to play with minimal amount. Like
it's smaller positions, but have a wider target.
Yeah, exactly. But not play with your normal weight either, I don't think. Right
nah,
now.
Not for this type of entry as well.
It's just it looks interesting though. It looks really nice if you can get that pull back up. Then we get the sell off again, and hopefully it'll target the lows again where the liquidity is again. So that's the plan.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Still dropping, so every time it looks like we're about to step in, he can come to sellers again. So
yeah, like it's been interesting the last week or so, because we're just like it's big ranges too, like, and gold doesn't like to do this type of thing from time to time, but like there's been some really good, like I played last week in that range and took 3 or 4 trades, and they're like 100 pip moves. So
yeah, you can get on the end of some pretty big moves in the end.
Yeah, but at the moment it's just not. It's all it's doing is just building up for something. And it's like when you look at as I said, when you look at the weekly and you have a look at what's happened in the past as well at the same type of areas. So we've definitely been consolidating for 14 weeks or something like that.
A long time now, yeah.
This is just
longest for a long time on gold. Yep.
But if you scroll right back, like zoom right out, you'll see this happen. That it's happened many times before. There's another one there.
Yeah.
And then we've taken off. Another one before that.
This is just quite a long one. I mean, because coming from a trend, I mean, here you can argue it's not really trending.
1, 2, 3 even in there though. There's 3. There's 3 consolidations even in that move.
Yeah. Here. Now you got this one.
There's 8 weeks there. There's another 8 weeks there. Because I was going through this on the other weekend. Another 8 weeks there. But when it did crack and did move, and these are all all-time highs before, don't forget as well.
Yeah.
Same situation as we're in here. So I mean, for me personally, I'd love for it to take the low of the range and try and get a position in once I see another higher high.
Yep.
On like an hourly.
Yeah, just see if you can ride it.
Just hold and see what happens.
Yeah, it's not a bad play as well.
But this one here is good too. This 15-minute that you've got here, or the hour, I think that's
Yeah, I think it could be a good opportunity.
Going down, but we'll see what happens.
Yep, 100%. Wait and see. As well, can I buy from your TP if you like? Can you see what I see, Ahmed? No. I'm considering buying from that point too. That's got it just there, buys above. Looking for it if price was to pop off then. Rams, last week's news. Rocky, yep. Still got the sell limit in. XD, I'm waiting for a buy, fair enough. Rams still holding from 33.32. What, you're holding a buy? 33.06 for buys is good. Fair distance off that. MCOS Cart TV, good morning to you. Thank you to new followers. What time frame? M15. Predator's Forex. You are a predator and you're getting the boot. Bugger off, my friend. Why can you not delete messages on TikTok? Did you how to trade without risk and losing your money? You can join my channel, link in bio. Only send me 1 Bitcoin or 2 ETH or whatever it is. Guarantee you'll never lose. Guaranteed. Run for the mountains, guys. Block the bastard. He sends you a DM. Don't be daft. Yusuf, wait, where do you have your sell? Limit order sell 33.76.40. Time frame 100 M15. On a fake out maybe, unknown Dave. But who knows? I'm looking for a sell either way. Jiggy EU sells valid. Oh, I haven't read that before. Once again, TikTok. Sorry to harp on about, but there's almost 150 of you on stream. Jump across to YouTube at some point. You need to do so. Can't guarantee I'll be on TikTok moving forward. As today could be the last stream for a few months, guys. On TikTok, I will be on YouTube. Sure, I'll be on YouTube. So it's the exact same profile name. Just check it out. Make sure to sub for free. No gimmicks. No, you don't have to send me any ETH or Bitcoin or, you know, none of that crap. That's where you'll catch me moving forward. So be a good time to jump across now if you want. Get the full screen. Get full screen, get the overlay. It looks so much better. Minute, we're just waiting on gold. So you got time, guys. Looking for a limit order sell on gold. Still not pulling back. I'm not trusting any continuation sell because we've made a big move at a level of support, so I'm not selling into support. As for the buys, definitely need some structure. No way would I buy off the back of one bullish candle. I mean, it's definitely not enough when we have this printing, this beast of a candle. That is the way the current daily candle is printing. Obviously that's the open, that's the current position of the daily, that's the low, that's the high. Let's quickly have a look at GJ rejection. Look at that. Wow, back below the Asian session range she goes. Well, that is a likely chance of it pulling back further, and look at EU, call that as well, and you'd be well in profit if anyone did trade EU off the back of the analysis. UJ not looking very crash hot. BTC, that's wow. German 40. Well, the level to be buying from. It's very bullish, so I would consider buying from the support. Back to gold, and gold we are still waiting. Jack, how's it been, brother? Been a while. Hope you're well. All good, mate. All good. You've been pretty quiet of late. There we go. I want to hear that noise more often. Let's see if we can pump the subscribers notification on YouTube, TikTok. You guys, you have to do it. You guys need to jump across. I want to hear that noise multiple times. A winning record. So the stream record since the existence, and I've taken time off, guys, within it. So the stream's been running since last April. Not this year, last year. So far, 120 wins, 29 losses, and 17 break-even. So the actual win record is 80.54. That's a pretty solid record. So if you want to learn to trade with patience and discipline, pick up a thing or two which you can implement and add to your trading, it'd be highly advisable that you guys on TikTok have a look, open up your YouTube, type in A.C.T.Forex and sub right now. Do it. You will not regret it. Doesn't cost you a thing. So that's all I'm asking. Let's see if we can pump the YouTube chat. Let's see if we can get numbers skyrocketing. Jack had some stuff going on recently. Got a promotion. Oh, nice one. Happy to hear it. Show. Buy now. Not for me. No. One bullish candle up against a big move down. Had a bit of time off to just go through the content, but I've got 5 by 50k accounts on Top Step. Wow. Oh, nice one, brother. There'll be updates to the course on that, so yeah, hope to catch you on the calls more often. Venom YouTube, damn, just missed it. Woke up, just missed it. To be honest, man, there was no entry for me. I'm looking for a limit order, and this just came, shut the bed from just above support. There was no clear entry. It's into very strong support, so I'm waiting for sell limit. Not chasing the sells on continuation. This is no point. Come on, tickety-tock. I'm happy to see the numbers haven't dropped on TikTok, but the numbers on YouTube aren't going up. So it means you guys aren't jumping across. Oh, good sign. Can have a look at NQ. Backed off. Yeah, NQ. 773. 73. So that's a high of the day. Okay, let's do the analysis on it. So starting at the weekly, very strong bullish candle on that previous weekly. Looks like it's gonna tap in and attack the all-time high again. Open with a gap to the upside. I'd be marking the current high of the daily candle. Dr. Bubba, thank you for the sticker. Don't forget to sub to the YouTube channel for free. Catch me there on the regular. So let's mark in the daily low as well, though, and just see what we've got below it. But I'd be likely preferring the buys at the back of the strength that previous weekly. But we'll see if there is a catalyst to sell below that point, seeing it is at the resistance. So definitely a level we could look for potential sell options. Daily candle probabilities still bullish. Let's go to the 4-hour here. Mark in resistance, so you still have a tiny bit of margin to the upside. Or support. And that's your most recent level. You've fair distance off it. It's at 15. And that is bullish. So I would preference, to be honest, brother. You know what I'm like, and on a Monday especially, I would preference trading line for the strength of the trend. So what I would prefer, just consolidating throughout the Asian session, which is pretty common on NQ, is price to break the low, tap into a level of liquidity, bounce off that level, and there's a good chance I reckon we'll come out and take the high of the day. And perhaps, is there margin above it? Is there clean traffic? Yeah, there is, actually. Yeah, it is pretty clean up to at least that point. So you could look for buys on continuation. That personally what I'd be looking at. Yeah, that's what I would preference. I mean, the sells for me, I'd rather flip some structure here. Break the daily low, flip the structure, make the first move down, then pull back and sell it because it's in a very strong uptrend. Gold wanted to pull back. Looking for sells below 728 and buys above 736, 728, 736, 72. Oh, okay, this support. Yeah, just I'd probably bring that level down to the Asian session lows. And what I want to see is a break, a retest. So zone to zone trade, what you will know and what we refer to as a zone to zone trade. Break through one zone, close below it, retest it, and then look for a continuation sell. I'd want it to retest because a lot of the time it will break the low just to grab liquidity of the Asian session, then pop above, and then it ends up ripping the upside, in an uptrend. Above 736 for the buy. Okay, yeah, above the support. That's fair enough on the pullback. Over in the buys, yep. Harrison, how's it going, brother? Welcome. Might catch you on the members call, the education session. Once again, TikTok, those numbers on YouTube have not risen. You guys would be jumping across. You're in best interest. But yeah, I'm on both TikTok and YouTube. But moving forward, when I'm away, I'll only be likely only on YouTube. Gonna be an interruption play presenting maybe in 7 minutes, but it's just so far gone. I don't like this one. And we'll probably make the move still though. Still looking for the pullback sell. Yeah, TikTok. Come on, let's see if I can get about like 20 of you jump across the YouTube stream right now. Five-minute structure still forming lower highs, lower lows here. There's just nothing in the way of buyers, in my opinion. Dr. Bubba, appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel for free. No catches at all. Just make sure you click subscribe, click that little bell. Wow. Still interested in this level and this level. You also shouldn't have bet. Once again, we called that. Not sure if anyone did take the entry. GU also making deep pullback. Wow, GJ back at support. Mentioned that as well. So let's now see, at least it's that level we still look for potential entries from now. Nice clean move too, which is also good to see. Everything all good. Jack been in love with the zone to zone recently on my practice account, up about 50% in the last 2 weeks. Nice one. Yeah, it's a really good one because this requires a little bit more confirmation. Gives you that edge, I suppose, as to the impulse entries you often get wrecked, you get faked out. Whereas the zone to zone is a lot more probable. Gold continuing through each level. Arafin? No, I've not flown yet, mate. Not until Wednesday. What's going with YouTube? Over yours? I heard it's getting banned. Mate? Oh, no, you mean Australia? For under 16s or something. Australia's we're a joke, honestly. They're so focused on bullshit. And they got such bigger issues to solve here. Crime, it's just ridiculous crime. Crime is just every day someone's getting knifed, someone's getting attacked with a machete. Cost of living, like everywhere else, is just through the roof. It's a shithole. So what they do is, instead of catching criminals, they just ban machetes as if that's going to stop them. I'll just pick up the next weapon. The issue is they just don't, we're too lenient. Way too lenient. Too hard time, and then they should be sent to the army. No questions, should be sent to the army. That would be a way to strain them out. That is the way to do it. In fact, I should be Prime Minister. I'd do a much better job than that wanker. Excuse my French, but he's an absolute dropkick. Him and his right-hand woman, Miss Penny Wong. She's disgusting. Just makes me throw up. Thought of her. Ugh. A horrible person. But then again, pretty much every politician is here, to be honest. G, don't think it's going back up to your limit order sell soon. It's going down and down. Yeah, well, at the minute it is, but still be happy to leave it there, in all honesty. I would love to have a face-to-face with those drop kicks. Ooh, love it. Arafin, just mate in general. Oh god, be a much better country, that's for sure. Jack, GC looking at sales below 34.03. Looks like LTA to the left too. Big discrepancy in the price of the futures contracts. 34.03. Let me look at a higher time frame because that would normally tell the picture. Let me mark that in. On what time frame? Yeah, to be honest, man, I don't actually see it. I see it pretty much at support at that point, unless you mean this point, but you got that's the only level I can see any LTA, to be honest. 34.11. Lewis? No, Melbourne, Australia, mate. On the 4 hour? Yeah, but even then, you've still got support in minor time frame. Let's look at it. There's one candle there for sure, so it's here. So a little bit lower down. Better off being below that point. I think it's similar to what Nev was mentioning on spot price. It's begin to break that low. So 33.92 on futures, you've got really clean traffic to the left. It doesn't necessarily mean it's just going to melt. I mean, sometimes, I've mentioned it in a group before, sometimes those trades that look absolutely perfect are too good to be true. Sometimes tags you in, pulls all the way back up, and then you're stuck. I mean, GC is looking good for interruption plays here. Yeah. Again, it's really made quite a big move.
It's actually interesting though on the futures though, because last week the futures actually made all-time highs.
Oh, did it?
On the weekly.
It did too.
Yeah, so that's actually quite interesting. That tells me though, because the futures is stronger than the spot to me.
Yeah.
When you have that, usually you'll see some sort of pullback, and that's if futures is going down, everything's spot's going down as well. So
yeah, well, Looks a bit cleaner, to be honest, this chart.
It definitely does. Definitely does. That's what I was mentioning over the weekend, was when you compare futures to spot, the futures does look very clean as far as something to trade. But I just noticed then I didn't actually spend any time looking at the futures on the weekend, but I just noticed it then. I was like, hang on, that was the all-time high for futures.
Well, you just had a IC single candle play that would have worked. It is. It's technically valid.
It'd be interesting to go back and do some data.
Well, this is the one that I trade more, the single candle play.
Yeah.
No,
but it'd be interesting to do it on the futures.
Yeah, and just see how
just to see
relevant it is on the futures.
Whether it's more consistent on futures or more consistent on spot.
Yeah. Let's just look at the two charts.
Well, it didn't have all that barcoding like spot did, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Which was fun, I must admit. It was fun actually going between ranges last week. But
It does look a lot cleaner on a higher time frame.
yeah, it definitely does. And you'd expect that. It's futures. You know,
Yeah.
It's where the big boys are playing.
Yeah, it's where a lot of the
They don't play in
funded
spot.
accounts are playing these days in futures.
Yeah, correct. But
Yeah.
that's where all the big boys play. They don't play in the spot. They play in the futures contracts.
Now it's just us little beta fish, the
Correct.
retailers.
You know.
Those IC entries look really good here. I mean, that one looks pretty solid as well, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a nice. Yeah,
It's a really nice one if it closes strong here.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's you're right. Very right.
Stop loss just above the pause.
Yeah.
Pretty, very tight stop. Wow, let's just measure that. It'd be
And one thing I didn't notice, that I haven't been playing much on the 4 hour, but even on
34.
the spot, when I was on the spot before I go on, you know, the candle where you have the doji, that's like that's a normal like entry for me. Like I would have been putting my entry in at the bottom of the doji.
yeah, I would have too. Most occasions. Here I probably would. Yeah, here I definitely would have. There's still enough margin.
But
That happened very early today.
4 hour spot, there was a massive doji candle where all that crap was going on, and if I realized it, I would have. Well, on my chart there is, on yours not quite, but it's almost there.
Yeah.
I would have definitely put an entry below that doji candle to look at the lows. That's for sure on the 4 hour candle. But
Wow.
if you're not looking at it, if you're not looking at that chart, sometimes you're gonna miss these things anyway. But
Yeah, I like the one from just after the Asian Open.
yeah,
I definitely, if I'd be on the charts, would look for an entry there. Easier to say after it, but it's definitely it's in the playbook. 100% it's in the playbook. Nice clean move. You got clean traffic to the left.
yeah.
Pause.
Yeah,
Use the fib. It's close below point 382, around the 382. 100% it's an entry.
With track like going in the direction.
Yeah, that's it. When it's
Pauses,
100%.
doji, they always seem to work quite very well. That's for sure.
This thing's still shitting a bed. Oh,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Come back.
So you're not stopping, mate. That's,
No,
that's
it's
a freight train.
saying hey, you're not going to get involved.
No, it's
Yo.
a freight train. That's like a come back tomorrow.
Yeah, go for dinner.
Pull back half of the daily candle, and we can look for an entry.
Go for dinner. And like last week, it completely reversed the move in like 2 candles.
I know.
Or 1 candle. It was like 1 15-minute candle. A couple 5-minute candles or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff going on. I mean, there's still stuff going on fundamentally around the trade talks. So a lot of this is starting to play.
Yeah, that's true. It's just
of it is playing.
Just the can gets kicked down the road all the time when it comes
Yeah,
to China.
yeah.
I think that's supposed to be done in the next few days as well. But I bet you they're just going to stall it again.
Well, you know,
unless there's a proper agreement, they're just going to keep stalling it.
Yeah, correct.
And that therefore, like, NASDAQ's just going to keep pumping, likely.
Yeah. And then you've got Donald Trump just saying, I'm going to look after the deal with stopping the war with Ukraine.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not going to involve the president of Ukraine. Let's just leave him out. Yeah, that's
good old Donald. Have you guys seen the new South Park? God, it's annoying. Actually, it's not that great, but it's just Donald Trump. He's in it. They're taking a piss out. He's got his neck is showing and everything, and it's. Oh, you gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh.
I tell you, like, I'm just looking at the gold daily right now. I'm looking at for tomorrow now. Now the price has moved, but there is a nice wick.
This closes very strong.
Look at yesterday's daily. The daily candle from the day ago, should I say? That doji candle with the wick.
Yep.
If you got price to pull back to that wick, that's probably going to be a pretty good entry.
Well, that's pretty much where I've got. It's just a tad above it.
Now.
Yeah, it's just a little bit above it.
You're right. Exactly. Yeah, you're pretty much spot on it, actually.
Yep, very close.
Yeah.
10 pips or so, 12 pips.
I think I'm gonna. I mean, look, probably New York will probably come back and touch the bloody thing and
probably.
Who knows?
Yep.
But I don't think there's anything to look at much for the rest of this session. That's for sure.
Nah, not in a minute. But anyway, stick around for a bit. To answer some more of these questions. Trading Butterfly 4. Mr. Bacon, no idea what you mean. Jack, you off Thailand? Yeah, Wednesday. But again, I'll still be active for you guys, the members. I'll be back on stream possibly Friday, but if not, it'll be the following Monday. UJ, Lord Game, same as what I do on every other pair, but I don't trade it. Lewis, no, Australia. I think I already answered that. I like futures because it's all moves. I find cleaner. Will, yep, fair enough, Jack. Will, is it worth learning trading, or should I try something else? Want to learn online money method? Look, trading's not for everyone. It just depends. There's many different ways you can go about it. Reality is you only risk what you can afford to lose, because as a beginner, you're likely going to blow an account or two. It requires enormous patience, and the honest truth is most people don't have the patience or discipline to become a competent trader. Most people expect quick returns and think it's a get rich quick type of thing, but the reality is it's an absolute grind. It's not. Yes, you might get lucky and flip an account too, but you're probably gonna completely blow it just even quicker. So you got to learn to trade a way that suits you, what resonates with you, whether it be scalping, micro scalping, intraday trading, swing trading. There's many different ways to go about it, and just stick to that. Give it a go for a few months minimum. More as a beginner, you probably need to give it maybe 6 months minimum and see if you can make it work. Not necessarily, it doesn't mean make it work as in you're in profits consistently, whatever, because we won't expect that so early. You may get lucky, but still I won't expect that. But give something a proper crack, and if it's not for you and you're still interested, maybe move on to a different type of trading or strategy or whatever. It's not for everyone, that's for sure. I've heard many stories of highly educated people, doctors, lawyers, giving it a crack and just getting that frustrated that they gave up. Jack, on top step charts different to the train view ones. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Araffin and AMD, how does manipulation look like? Manipulation, not at all, my friend. I'm in sales from 33, 32. I'm still holding. Should I close it? Should have had a plan, Rams. You can't. Again, too many people coming to stream. That's an example. Sell from 33, 32. And it's this case, I mean, if lucky, because before you were really in some severe drawdown, you still are, but you need to, prior to any entry, have a level that you do not want to get involved, you do not want to be involved in the trade anymore, and that's where you want to cut it. You should have reasons as to why you might cut it even short if something presents a signal in price action to suggest that maybe your plan is going to work against you. Yeah, holding, I wouldn't hold in hope. I managed the trade and I would definitely beat out. Mr. Bubba, yes, in Australia. I was setting up EJ cells, but crap bed with an upward. Of course, completely crap the bed. Wow, there's a strength to in the yen at the minute. Used to be the case. Pound is popping it.
Hi, Justin.
Bill, g'day, mate. How's it going?
Good day. Hi.
All good, all good. Wow.
Nothing for me today. Just watching.
Yep.
There was a good opportunity on EU, but
Yeah, we
it's in a range that I don't want to get involved in.
yeah
so
call to sell from here. Closure below support, rejecting the 4-hour resistance.
yeah, but I didn't want to get involved in that range, so
Fair enough.
I needed some further confirmation below the low. So
Yeah, fair enough.
even though I was more inclined on selling it within that range than buying it, but again, I had said I wouldn't get involved in that range, so I didn't want to get involved.
Yep. Yeah, plays out now. It's back at support, so
Yeah.
Sun 12 FC Thailand. Yeah, I don't really follow the round ball, to be honest. Basketball is the round ball sport, and I follow. Protein Princess long on gold, not me, no. I'm trying to trade in line with the strength of the daily candle, so I'm looking for a pullback sell, but it just keeps crapping the bed at the minute, so not a great deal I can do in regards to the pullback sell. Just quickly look at GC right now. Limit order sales look good. I love that bullish candle, look really good. Arafin, is it true there's a lot of ladyboys? There is. They're very funny people for the most part. Tell you what, you don't want to stuff with them, that's for sure. Do not stuff with them, because they're all can definitely defend themselves. I've seen many a foreigner get the shit kicked out of them for saying stupid things, but they're very funny people. Honestly, I know some, and they're very, very nice people. And if you know them and you know, you just joke around with them, anything, you can say whatever. It's all fun. They don't mind. They're not serious. Fisher Black, thank you for the sticker. Mr. Bubba, all politicians same. They definitely are. They're all in it for themselves, basically. Carl, I like buys on gold at 33.54 as long as there is a bit of structure down there. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's at some very strong support. But yeah, you do need the structure forming, because a massive sell-off throughout the day. And there we go. Got a new follow from the land of Thai. I'm re-Thai, but I can speak it quite well. Quite well. Not that great, but enough. Well, not happening at the minute, guys. Doesn't look like it's going to happen as well.
I think that's the time for a steak.
Yeah, I've got 7 tonight. My good old 7 recipe. Some of the boys are familiar with it.
Nice, mate.
That's about to be chucked on the hot plate because charts at shit in a minute. But I'll be back with you guys later on.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go grab something to eat and I'll come back later. See you, mate.
Not a problem. Appreciate you for joining, and I'll catch you later. Possible CRT, possible liquidity sweep. Who knows? I mean, have to wait and see. Be interesting to see if this actually plays out. I just don't want to sell it so far down. You know, so I'd rather sell on a deep pullback. But you do actually have a limit order valid IC entry. I'll tap into that particular candle's low. But yeah, I'm holding a limit order up higher. I'm gonna wait to see if that plays out. And that is my order. That's set for 33.7640. And I'll see. But otherwise, guys, moving forward, I'd want some structure to form. If you're looking for buys, at least let's form some minor support at this point here. You could probably just, you know, whoops, do that. Your computer. Probably just remove that zone and wait for some structure to form. Try to correlate for maybe in the hourly closing bullish engulfing, and then within it, if you got 15-minute popping up rejection, create a high low and then a high high, then possibly you could look for the buy. But I'd still be interested in selling it from higher up. That's the only time I would consider a buy option. Otherwise, I would preference to sell still. GJ, wow, completely just no respect for any of the levels at the minute. Same story in GJ. I'd be waiting for a pullback to sell it and will not be chasing the sells just yet at all. And German 40, everything is dropping in a minute. So again, same thing. I've been waiting for it. Let it create the move. Already made a big move and let it pull back. And that is the clear option. Wow, look at that. Rejection. Wow. Would have worked again. Oh, love seeing it play out. Love seeing it work. I just don't want to sell it so low down. All right, guys. In the meantime, once again, YouTube, appreciate all the support. Thank you to you guys. You guys rock. Would Euro sell more, Jiggy? Possibly. I don't know. Possibly. Again, we called the sells from up here, so if anyone took advantage of it, well done. Yeah, appreciate the support. TikTok, once again, if you can, at some point, don't forget, jump across to the YouTube channel. It's the exact same profile name as the TikTok stream. I will be I won't be on stream tomorrow. There's maybe like a 5% chance I'll be on stream tomorrow. Likely not. But moving forward, I will give TikTok one crack when I'm over in Thailand. And if I get a strike on that one particular stream, then I'm just not going to stream on TikTok and that will be for 2 months, guys. So that's why I say to you, jump across to the YouTube stream. Wow, that would have been a trade. Anyway, jump across the YouTube stream. Make sure to subscribe. I have no issue streaming anywhere in the world on YouTube, so make sure to do so. And probably the next stream will be, if it's not tomorrow, it will be likely next Monday, possibly Friday. Possibly it's Friday, but likely following Monday. So guys, once again, do appreciate all the support. Feel free to send me messages if you have any questions in regards to anything, or if you just want to say good day. And until next time, guys, trade safe, trade smart. Don't always need to be involved in a trade. Guys, take care. And until next time, peace team. Have a good one. Bye for now.